Billy Texas was employed by a startup grocery delivery company that recently collapsed. Now, he's at a crossroads.
You just have to keep working because otherwise you don't make any money.
His former employer, Milk Run, paid staff a wage and superannuation and provided bikes and equipment. Billy enjoyed that level of job security, but has found himself back in the gig economy, which he's not a fan of.
It's not sustainable for the worker. It's a business model that really favours profitability for the company.
But the gig economy, demonised for low wages, disempowered workers and eroding rights, is shifting.
This will be the year when we begin having some proper conversations about feasible solutions to the problem.
To fulfil election promises, the federal government is consulting on legislation to establish minimum pay and conditions for gig workers. To get ahead, supermarket giants have signed a charter with a key union, giving drivers a better deal, just as Uber jumps in to the grocery delivery market.
This is the moment where you've got two of the big, most profitable market leaders in this country coming together and saying that they recognise the way this work's been done in the past is not fair for workers and that it's time to lift those standards.
The charter isn't as strong as a traditional industrial agreement, but it does promise fair pay rates, the right for workers to organise and a way to arbitrate disputes.
I do think it as a really important sort of transitional moment in the way we're talking about these things.
Companies like Uber say drivers are independent contractors in charge of their own business. But with more than 8% of the workforce involved in the gig economy, Professor Riley Munton says this needs to change.
We cannot allow that new flexibility to mean that some people in our economy are simply on starvation wages and are not looked after in the way in which we've become accustomed to looking after workers over the past 100 years or so in this country.
In a statement, an Uber spokesperson called the laws a once-in-a-generation opportunity. We have long supported reform that improves benefits and protections for gig workers across all platforms, while preserving the flexibility they tell us they value. It comes as the delivery market shrinks. Foodora and Deliveroo have both fled Australia, and Uber has taken a dominant position in the food delivery market. Now it's doing the same with groceries, in a race to dominate.
Scale is a big factor for them, so to operate sustainably over the long term, they need to operate at a large scale where they have a large consumer base.
As the biggest gig company in the world marches in the door of one of our biggest employers, the supermarkets, this could be the time we get change. Agreements and then new laws to protect vulnerable workers. Unions say a study of 1,000 gig transport workers revealed it was a full-time job for half of them, while 2/3 are earning less than the legal minimum wage.
Let's do this right across the industry to make sure these workers get a fair go, are safe at work, and of course are able to keep working in the way that they want to with this type of work.
A demand for the on-demand economy.